Hey everybody, Scroft here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Hope you're all doing really well. I've always wanted to do back-to-back episodes on a series, and I've done that today. This is now episode 4, coming straight after episode 3 ended, and we're on our small holding series, and we're still watching the worker out in the field from where we ended. So he's planting in wheat, and we've got a couple of tasks to do while that's going on. We're going to go and grab we're going to go grab the Mattxjs and then try and haul that and go pick up 6 cows from the animal dealership, which should be interesting. And then we're also going to use the roller. Now, the Mattxjs is 90 horsepower and my roller is 100. So I'm going to hope, fingers crossed that we can do this. But the plan is to get both fields rolled. That'll obviously carry on working and we can just go and roll that one after. Hopefully it'll time well. But let's just drop this off. I mean, I would use... I'm trying to think. I mean, I could use the truck to go and... Yeah, couldn't I? I could use the truck to go and get the cows. I'm just trying to think. Should I do that? Would that be the best thing to do? Drive the truck? I think it would, wouldn't it? I mean, it should haul it. I'm hopeful anyway. Let's just drop this off first. I mean, it's not going to be a massive episode. We're just going to literally... Yeah, we're just going to do some rolling and also get some cows in. We definitely need to start making, some more milk and basically some more money. Right. Let's see what we can do with this then. I'm hoping this will haul the animal trailer. You'd imagine that it would, but we'll find out. But I don't want to be paying the money to bring in, the kind of delivery charge on 6 cows when we're only sitting at 12,500. And currently, I don't think we've got any source of income. I don't think we're going to do it, are we? No, we're not. So it is the Mattxjs. That's what we need. We need to get in the Mattxjs. Might be a bit of a challenge in going up an hill. But we'll do it. We got to drive quite far as well. It's like the other side of the map just to get to the animal dealership. But it is what it is. Right. Yeah, let's reverse into it here. I mean, at least we've got everything planted in technically. The grass is in. That's going to be good because we can start some grass work soon. Fertilised, it's fully fertilised, everything's good. Just needs rolling. Last task on the fields. And after that, it's just about, looking after the animals and trying to make some money. Oh, I'm hoping I'm all right there. There we go. Job done. Off we go then. Let's go and get ourselves 6 more Holstein. We'll try and get them. Maybe I'm just trying to think. I mean, if I get them, like 18 months, I'm going to start making milk from day one. But it costs more money to do that. So I'll have a look. I might get them at 12 months and just wait a little bit extra. But I mean, really, I want to be making money off milk soon as. So it's just about the cost. That has to be what we look at. Is it going to cost too much money to do? And would it be better to just get them in and then, wait 6 months maybe till they start producing milk for us? I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just know I need to make money. £12,400, which is probably going to go down to maybe 7.5, something along them lines, to get, 6 cows if we go full age. I don't know. It's a difficult one. And this is the hill that I'm on about. At least we haven't got to come back with a full trail load of cows. This is a burden for an empty trailer at least. I mean, but look at the size of the Mattxjs in comparison to that. I mean, it's probably on the limit of what you'd haul with this. I mean, it's not too bad, is it? It doesn't look too bad. We need to find some ways though of making cash. We really do. I mean, I was thinking about like goats and not buffaloes or anything like that. I don't think that would suit. But goats and goat milk is really good. And that could be something we do. We just put a little open pasture somewhere and, put some goats. I mean, we could even, put them in an area where there's like trees and stuff. It doesn't really matter too much. And as long as they've got food and they're making goat milk, we're going to make extra cash. It is an option. And I haven't actually done anything with goats since I actually tested them out. So I've not had properly any goats in any series yet, so I think after nearly at March, so you could say like 3-4 months with the game being out. It's probably 3 months really, but yeah, I think it's about time we get some goats and see if we can be productive with them. I know that buffalo milk and, you know, buffalo cheese and goat cheese and stuff is good money, but I don't think getting buffalo on, you know, the small holding series set in the Cotswolds is a wise idea. I just think it's not going to look right. But we can definitely do some sheep, goats, pigs. We could even do that, yeah. Right. So here we are. I mean, I can put straw in the back of this and it will produce manure in this trailer, but I haven't done that, so it is what it is. Come on, there we go. Right, £200 for that, 6 months. I mean, that I was hoping I could buy them at 12, but that, you know, we're going to have to wait 6 months till they produce milk, whereas at this point they're producing milk as soon as we bring them back and they've got some feed in them. And we only want 6, so how much would it be? I mean, we can only fit 5, so no matter what we do, we're only bringing 5 back, which would get us to 9. Do we wait 6 months till we get milk now? I mean, I think personally, for the extra, probably like $2,500, we'll make that back in milk anyway, very quickly. So I think we get 5. And we bring them back. There we go. 5 cows it is. And they're at 18 months, so we will start generating more milk, which is needed. It's definitely needed. I will look at actually fields and stuff, because I do want to get another grass field at some point, and that be the one for grass work, so like silage and hay will come from that field. The one that we're currently planted into, I'm going to turn into a pasture, and the cows that we've got here, dairy cows, they're going to go out in the summer, they're going to feed on grazing, but mainly I'm going to put hay and silage in even when they're outside, and the reason for that is I want to still get like an 80% productivity from the cows. I think then at the winter, you know, we can start looking at getting a small feed mixer, getting them up to 100% productivity, making a load of milk then. That's got to be the aim for that. But I want another field for the work, but I was thinking maybe another field where we can put some goats and we can also put some sheep, because it's good money and we need to try and generate cash. We've got a big loan, we're playing on hard difficulty, which is something to remember because it really does reduce how much we get in the end. I mean, if we have a quick look in the stock saving menu, let's have a look at hay, for example. I've got 32,000 litres and the price is only 62 there, so maximum is 1,989. I mean, I'm just trying to give you comparisons. I think it's like, it's about 700 on normal difficulty for wheat, whereas I think it's jumped down to about 200. Let me just stop the tractor for this. I don't want to go rolling into a hedge. But yeah, look, best price now is 400 instead of like maybe 700. I mean, what we can quickly do is just put it onto normal and go back to this. So yeah, 733, but we've dropped down to 407 at the best time. So you are taking a hit there by playing on hard, and we're obviously not going to be doing loads as a yield because we're doing small equipment, small fields. So we can't rely on like one harvest. It's going to be multiple harvests and multiple little bits and bobs, like to try and make income from, you know, multiple things going on at once. So I think it's important to get some sheep and also to get some goats. It has to happen. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and turn in here with this. This is going to be, this might be ridiculous, but I want to try. I don't know why I'm doing this, because it's a dirt track. This is so silly. But you only live once. That ain't never going to happen, is it? Like, no. I don't even know why I thought I could do that, but that is never going to happen. We'll have to go the traditional way. That's made for tractor and maybe a tool like a mower or something. You know, not a big trailer. In fact, that made me think, I've parked that trailer down there. How am I going to get it in and out? What have I hit this time? Them things are absolutely annoying. I might actually remove them out, you know. It's like that, the salt bin over there. When you turn left out the gate going in from the field, that salt bin is a nightmare if you've got a big trailer on or something with bales, because you need to kind of encroach onto that area to turn, and it makes it a bit of a challenge. Right, anyway, we've got our cows. We can start rolling that grass field soon, but we're going to reverse in. It's going to be the best option here, with it being this tight yard. I mean, it does. You definitely need to be able to reverse on Farmer Sim if you want to play on this map in the future when it will release on this farm when it releases. Right, there we go. So let's put all 5 in. There we go. Look, happy. We've got 9 cows now. They'll start producing more milk, which is perfect. It's what we want. And the last thing to do with this job is just park the trailer up. Make sure we try and get it as far left as we can to the wall, because then it makes life much easier turning around this corner. There we go. Job's a good one. I'm actually quite happy with that. The Mattxjs did a good job of it, and the feed will start going down a lot quicker now. If we just have a quick look at it, you can see that we've got 4 that are 19 months old, them that are 18 months old. The health will go up on that, and the productivity will hit the 80% mark. But there we go. Not bad at all. So we're at 463. I mean, we can't do anything until it's at 2,000 litres anyway. And then we'll get that, we'll get that little tanker and go and sell the milk. But anyway, let's get this. Let's get started. I'm hoping this will do it. Like I said, technically it needs 100. What's going on here? Right, I'm going to have to move that, aren't I? Because it won't attach. Now it should. So yeah, this is 100 horsepower, it says requirement. The Mattxjs has got 90. So it's, yeah, it's not the easiest thing. And you can tell that it doesn't want to move. So we might have to move over to the Ford as soon as it's finished. Right, well there you go, that's a perfect timing for that. It has finished, but I think it's because it's run out of fertiliser. I mean, it could just carry on without fertiliser. Hopefully it will do. Yep, should do. Let's see if we can do this. I mean, even if we just do the one field, it's just for some reason it's not wanting to move at all. Is it touching the ground? Is that what the problem is? I don't actually know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was that. But we're rolling. There we go. It seems like it was moving better then. So let's get AI worker up and we'll use our guided steering for this. Yeah, 2 headlands will be perfect for that. And want to see the lines? Still does that thing for me. It's so strange how it does that, where I can't actually connect to it. Just it's definitely a confliction somewhere with some controllers. I mean, it's never actually worked that well, you know, controllers on the game. I've noticed since I started up FS25 I had issues with my steering wheel. I've had issues. I know all the other people have had the same issues. So yeah, that needs sorting out, doesn't it? Because it's just beeping. I didn't like that section, did it? There we go. I know this is probably, even for the small size roller that this is, it's not a big roller. We probably should be using the Ford. I mean, the Mattxjs is good for some jobs. It'll do the mowing, for example. It'll do some tedding, windrowing, things like that. For anything arable side, I think it's going to struggle. Which makes you think, like, when this kind of mod releases, what's it actually aimed at? Because if you go even smaller, like this is a small holding with small equipment, there's not much equipment that will this tractor run, or even anything older. Like, you look at the older Mattxjs, like the 135s and stuff. You need a lot of mod of equipment to come out so you can actually use it. But it's doing the job. Just 90, you know, 10 horsepower shy, but it's doing the job. Ooh. The gearing on this is crazy. Just shoots forward. Right. Let's get backwards. There we go. See what I mean? It's like no power and then all of a sudden loads of power. And I wish we could connect without using the keyboard. It's so much easier just to use my controller when I'm, you know, got my controller in my hand. So it's a strange one. But anyway, we're doing the job. Let's get a time lapse going. Let's get through this. It's going to be much quicker than the seeding job. Hopefully the workers out in the field actually doing the seeding still. Just missing out a bit of fertiliser, which is not an issue. We can get some spraying done at some point, or even a bit of solid fert. I mean, we haven't technically got a sprayer right now that we can use, so we'll figure it out when we get closer to. At least we don't have to worry about tram lines or crop damage or anything. You know, these fields are fully fertilised already.
I spent my whole life running my world. It's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul. We started off before I started school. Mom and Dad said we're headed south, we're gonna move. Well, I hung on for a year or two after, but I forgot the house and Trail Ridge Road. I spent my whole life running from my world. It's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul. I only see you now in memories, or in the night on a long drive through. Someday I'll put off the road somewhere near Easter morning, and I'll find that little church where my family filled the pews. I spent my whole life running from my world. It's gonna be a long way home. It's gonna take my heart and soul. It's gonna be a long way home. And it's gonna take my heart and soul, my heart and soul.
Look how much better that looks now. I mean, compared to where it was when we started with all the bushes and everything, it definitely looks better. And I'm glad I left that tree in as well, because if I do make this into a pasture, which I'm pretty certain I'm going to do, it's nice to still have that tree there, you know, and I can put the feed troughs up probably, just trying to think, probably down there where it's more of a level spot so it doesn't do too much terraforming. But it's a nice focal point, isn't it, to have that kind of big tree still in it and not chop it down. And it's going to be good to have the cows, you know, just from there being able to go out. It's a shame though that currently we haven't got a way of taking the cows to take the cows out of there into that field. But only with like this trailer, for example. We need like, there was a walking stick mod for FS22 that was perfect for something like that. But then eventually we just got like move animals to pastures. You just had to press a button and it would move. You could choose which pasture and it would move, or shed or cow barn or whatever. So I'm hoping to get something like that soon, because then I won't have to faff about just moving 10 cows in a trailer from there to here. But we've got time for that. We need to still get a feel before we even think about doing that. But I'm just glad that this field is in a good shape. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a picture now from that first episode when I was showing everyone around what the field looked like. And then you can see it now. So when the grass is growing, and, you know, it'll look pretty good in here. So that's good news. We'll leave that be. Fertilise and everything in there. We don't need to do anything with that field now. If we just have a quick look. So fully fertilised. There's a few bits and bobs here and there that I've missed, but nothing too major. But we've got grass growing and we don't have to do anything. Whereas this field 38, it's not been the easiest because it ran out of fertiliser. So it stopped and now it's kind of going, missing bits, carrying on, going, because it doesn't want to go over where it's already been. So it's just making it a lot longer. But Yeah, you can see where I fertilised, where I actually did it manually, stopped and then got the work because the work is more precise. But yeah, we'll notice this. It'll be obvious if we just jump over to this field and have a look at... You can see this is like darker soil texture now. And you can see coming up now, we've got this lighter texture, and that's where it needs fertiliser. So we will get there at some point. But this is what I'm on about. This section here, for example, it'll get to that, and it'll stop, lift up, go across, plonk it back down again. So because it's doing that, it's just taking longer. But I'm glad we're at this point now. This is why I wanted to do a double episode. I've never done that before. I've never done like a back-to-back episode, and I thought people would enjoy it. And I feel like I let everyone down a little bit last week by, you know, not making as many as I wanted to. But for obvious reasons, you got to look after yourself. There you go. Perfect timing on that. But you got to look after yourself. I hurt my back. I couldn't sit at my computer for long, so I'm in a much better place right now because of that. I did take that, you know, time away from my computer. But I wanted to try and get to a point going into next week where we can skip time ahead and we can go forward, probably past the winter months, to be honest, because the only thing I could be doing in that time is just looking after the cows, giving them feed, maybe selling a bit of milk. But I want to get the grass work going. So I thought, with these fields being hopefully rolled and fully fertilised, you know, the next episode we can actually go into maybe spring months and do our first chop of grass. I know it's a bit, you know, a big jump, but with us running a small one, and there's not loads to do. Now, the only worry that I've got in between that is I might go into the negative on cash, so I've got to try and find a source of income, which I'm hoping I can sort out along the way, which is just kind of sell a bit of milk. Now we've got an extra 6 cows that are producing it, we can do that. I'm going to have to fertilise, but I'll get this field rolled as soon as he's finished the job. I'll just get the work going or do it myself. It's not an issue. But I will make sure this field is fully sorted. It's planted with wheat and it's rolled. And the only thing it needs, technically, is a bit of fertiliser, which I might do myself because it's not much. It's not really an episode kind of job now, is it? So I might just go get maybe a big bag and, yeah, use... I'm just trying to think. I could use a bit of manure or slurry. That would save me a lot of cash. I mean, how much have we got right now? Slurry, because that's probably the best bet. We've got 1,000 litres, so that's not much at all. But I could try and get the last application on this bit around the edge by just using my tanker. So I'll keep an eye out. I'm going to do this all in between this and episode and the next because I do want to jump ahead. I want the next episode to be, you know, quite a productive one where we're doing probably the first grass work. I think that's probably the best shout. But I'm quite happy with it. You know, it's only been a short episode, the second one has, but we had one before it that was obviously longer. And we've got 2 fields finished off. I know they're not right now, but they will be. We definitely got the grass one finished off, but this one just needs, you know, the planter needs to finish its work, and then we've also got to just get it rolled, and we'll be in a good state then going into the next episode. So yeah, we'll probably be in year 2 and in a spring month, and I'll hopefully not be in the negative. I could get by. I mean, we've got a hefty loan to try and pay off as well, so we do need to try and get some money in. I mean, we've got plans in place that I think are going to mean that we do get good money. You know, eventually I want to get field 3, which is 130,000, a lot of money, 126 there, 37, I want to get 39. I mean, I'd probably buy field 40, 39 and 37, kind of do a bit of GE work and combine it all into one big crop field. Then eventually I'd move on to these 2. But I want to try and get a grass field. I want a grass field that I can work on for making silage and hay. And what I was thinking is getting field 21, field 19. They're not massive, but they're about the same size as this. And if you combine them together, it's a bigger area than this field. So, yeah, field 19 and field 21 has to be the next thing on the shopping list. I think field 19 has to be the first one because then we can use this as a pasture. We can make grass and silage for 19. Probably then move to, I'd say, field 21 or getting field 39 and 40 to expand out the crop. We could just do it in intervals. So go 19 for grass, 40, 39 for crop, back to 21 for grass, 37 for crop. I think that has to be the plan. And then along the way, keep growing out the herd as long as we can feed them to keep bringing that money because it's good money. But I would like to put some sheep somewhere, and some goats. I mean, a perfect field for that would probably be like field 43 or field 42. The small, the cheap in comparison to like some of these big fields, aren't they? So we could buy 42. In fact, let's visit that. Yeah, I mean, I know it's by the house there, the farmhouse, but this would be a perfect field to put some sheep in and some goats, and then, you know, we could have sheep in this one, and then over in 43 we could put a nice little goat pasture in. I think that's perfect, and it's not too far away from the farm, so if we do need to just come and collect maybe some, you know, some goat milk and stuff, it's not too far of a drive. So I think that has to be the long-term plan for the small holding series. Let's just quickly look what's going on here. We've obviously blocked the worker, which we don't want to do, because he's taking money off us by working, but really he's not doing anything. So come on, stop faffing. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. We've got loads of plans ahead of us, loads of goals set out, but I think we're doing quite well. We've been productive. Next episode, like I said, we'll do some grass work, but hopefully you've enjoyed the videos. If you have enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up for me. There's been 2 videos today, so if you can give 2 thumbs up, that'd be amazing. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.